Hey guys, Vol for Life here with a sneak peek video brought to you by the EA Game Changers program with a sneak peek of all the initial launch coaches that will be available when the game launches on July 30th.
In this video, I'm going to show you all of the coaches that are available. I'm going to talk about what it takes to unlock each of those coaches, and then we'll go through the playbooks for those coaches. We'll talk about tactics in another video, hopefully. But again, in this one, we just want to go through who's available, how we get them, and what do the playbooks look like. The first coach that you'll start out with is John Madden. He's a vertical coach, and he'll be available to every player at launch without playing any additional events. You unlock the first 4 coaches by simply completing the coaching event for their respective scheme in the Madden Academy. So that will unlock Smash Mouth Jason Garrett, that will unlock Spread Ron Rivera, West Coast Frank Reich, and Vertical Bruce Arians. So as you complete that final coaching event under the Madden Academy, then that will unlock those individual coaches that you can level up. For the lower 2 tiers, the next tier, for example, to unlock John Harbaugh, is going to require you to win 10 matches of overdrive using the Smash Mouth scheme. And that's the same for that entire row. If we want to unlock Shawn McDermott Spread, then we have to win 10 matches of overdrive with Spread. If we want to unlock West Coast Doug Peterson, then we have to win 10 matches of overdrive using the West Coast scheme. If we want to unlock Anthony Lynn, then that's 10 matches of overdrive using the vertical scheme. In order to unlock the last tier of initial launch coaches, then we have to actually complete 25 overdrive matches of that given scheme. And so for Mike Vrabel, for example, Smash Mouth, we need 25 overdrive matches of Smash Mouth, and so on and so forth. So we have Freddie Kitchens with Spread, we have Pat Shurmur with West Coast, and then we finally have Andy Reid vertical with to unlock with those overdrive matches. So there you can see the host of initial coaches available at launch and what requirements are needed in order to unlock each of those levels of coaches. Now, when it comes to playbook, we all know that there were several plays that were overused or used by a lot of people more frequently than others. We also know that there were some that were really overpowered compared to other plays in the playbook. Some of those have been removed that you guys will see once you start playing with the individual playbooks. And if you guys have looked on Reddit or looked on the Mudhead post for the early looks at the playbooks, you'll see how those playbooks have been changed around, which I think is good. Everybody has to relearn the playbooks for each scheme, and I think that puts everybody more on a level playing field as we kick off this new season. But you'll notice for some of these more overpowered or high-powered plays, or ones that were used very frequently, you'll see that those were actually firewalled behind unlocking individual coaches. So as we go through the coach playbooks, you'll see some of those high-powered plays that we've seen from the past unlocked once we achieve the unlock of the individual coaches and we achieve the specific level needed for that coach to unlock that specific play.
So let's start with John Madden. We'll take a look at his playbook. We're going to scroll through these as quick as we can, but still highlight some of the key ones. You see halfback lead, Z spot that we have. You see he picks up whip unders, which was an important one from last season for some key conversions. Halfback toss, which is a great play for a long run yardage early on with, say, McVay, for example, or in LVL. So you can see that he picks up quite a few PA plays, so it may be a way that you can round out your playbook if you need more PA passes from a particular coach. Jason Garrett makes a return, and here we'll see that he picks up some smash mouth plays like Texas, for example. But we see quite a few new plays with him also. Nice halfback lead dive, which several of the schemes actually are lacking on up-the-gut plays. And so this is a place where you can unlock those with a lot of these coaches. We see he gets wide receiver sluggo, halfback blast, which obviously very powerful play. Fullback power, another up-the-gut nice play. And he also gets scat, which was also a very popular one with people using Nagy last season. Ron Rivera also is going to be a good spread option. He helps round out the playbook, which I felt was an issue last season, that the spread coaches did not have enough of a well-rounded playbook to where they were really viable options down the stretch for any competitive players. But we see Ron Rivera picks up flanker spot. We see that he picks up QB blast, which is a popular one. Most importantly, probably, he picks up halfback counter, and we'll see scat on there as well with a nice pass play. Scat's excellent too because you've got a good wide receiver go route as well as that fullback route that cuts upfield for some deep yardage if you have a halfback bonus, for example, that relies on receptions or yardage. We see also that he gets Y cross flood, which was previously default in the spread playbook, but now we can unlock that particular play by leveling Ron Rivera up to level 13. Frank Reich makes a return, and here we'll see several new plays, but he does come back with the Z-spot. Flanker drive is available with him. We see he picks up Seattle, which is obviously a very powerful play from the previous season, and this may make him an interesting choice for a lot of players out there to start the season. Bruce Arians comes to us this season with plays, really quite a few of them that we have not seen in previous seasons, and so I'm really interested to see how people use him early on and how these plays actually do against the new AI defenses. John Harbaugh returns this year as a smash mouth coach. We can see early on that he gets scat as his default, one of his default plays that are automatically opened. As we level up to level 4, you'll get wide receiver sluggo. We have FL drive we opened up at level 7. Halfback off tackle will be opened up at that same level also, which is a good play, especially early on when he was released. Probably more importantly, he has a halfback zone, which is an excellent run play from last season. And then we also get to keep Ravens halfback seam, which for anyone that used him frequently will know that that came out of his playbook and was some really good options for wide receiver deep yardage, tight end yardage, as well as getting fullback receptions and halfback reception yardage for those captain bonuses. Shawn McDermott returns a spread this year. We can see he has halfback counter trap, which was originally in John Harbaugh's playbook from the previous season. But we have flanker spot, as well as some new ones like Bill's counter mountain. He also picked up PA smash, which was a favorite play of those of us that use spread, especially using the two tight end set to be able to get that yardage early on. Doug Peterson returns with quite a few actually new plays that we haven't seen previously, but we can see PA pin deep that opens up at level 3. We can see Philly Special making a return this season with Peterson, but we also get a halfback cutback with him once we get to level 13, which obviously was a very powerful run play from last season. Anthony Lynn returns this season. We can see one of his default plays when you unlock him is Z-spot. We have quite a few new plays with him this year as well. We can see whip unders, which was an important one from last season, as well as halfback toss. And then we also see the return of Jet 6 Soar, which was a favorite of the people using Lynn from last season. Mike Vrabel is new to us this season, but has a lot of interesting runs. We see halfback zone he unlocks, halfback search. We can see fullback sting, zone weak, which was a powerful one from last season. But he also opens up, and I'm interested to see this new Titans Y cross, which looks to me to be very similar to Y cross flood, which is a very powerful play from last year in the spread playbook. But he also gets Texas, which was an excellent play from Nagy last year that gave us a nice go route. We had the curl route for nice short yardage and LVL if we needed to convert, but the fullback route could potentially be deadly, making that inside play. It was very hard to beat for the defenses last season, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays this year. Freddie Kitchens is a new addition this season as a spread coach, and he actually has one of the most interesting playbooks, I think, of the initially launched coaches, and we'll go through and we'll see what I'm talking about here. We can see some spread classics like dig switch, for example, which was great for short yardage when you needed to convert in LVL. The fullback route was also good because it would turn up field and get you good yardage with your halfback. He picks up level switch, which was from Harbaugh's playbook last season. He gets halfback counter, a very powerful run play from spread last season. He also gets Y cross flood and PA smash, both of which were good plays last season if you ran the spread scheme. So Freddie Kitchens to me is one of the most interesting coach playbooks available in the game at launch. Pat Shurmur makes a return this year with some new plays, but we can also see flanker drive, which is a popular one. We see halfback off tackle. We see Seattle, which is a very important conversion play, and PA pin deep, which was a good play from previous seasons. Both of those unlock at level 13. Andy Reid returns to us this season, and he actually has an interesting playbook. Many of the plays are ones that we have not seen in previous seasons, and so again, he's another one of these that I'm really interested to see how people play with him when they unlock him, and see how some of these plays, which look to have some pretty good routes, play against the AI defense in this new season. So I know this video is longer than the ones that I usually do, but hopefully this gives you guys a good summary of all the coaches that are available and the playbooks that you can use with those coaches. I have a cheat sheet that I've created, essentially that you can look at on Reddit, so check me out on there, or on Mudhead. I'll post that also in the next day or so, and so that'll be a nice location where you can actually see all these plays in one nice little screenshot, similar to what HSD had posted with the sneak peeks of the playbooks. So those are going to be listed with the coach and with those particular plays listed out. Hope you guys like the video. Hope it's helpful, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.